just done all of that. Oh, right. Can't believe I did that the second time, because the first time I hadn't pressed record. I was talking at you for ages. What a donkey. Right, yeah, back to the sink anyway. Now, one of the bits and bobs that I picked up whilst being out for the last few days was this sink. Now, before I can get this installed, it's going to sit on some legs. Now, these legs, they're great, but I'm going to stay at that. I'm going to need to do a bit of cleaning up, I think, before I do anything more with getting the sink in place. Now, as these legs are steel, I'm thinking brush steel effect, that could be a good look. So what I've got is, I've got myself a wire brush on the end of my drill, and then I'm just going to hit it and see what it comes up like. It's good in places, but I think I'm going to need to switch out for the circular sander, and so I can keep it all in continuous direction. That's the end of that paper then. Well, these are definitely the way to go. These flappy paddle sanding discs, sanding pads. Well, I don't know whether they're a disc or a pad, but kind of mix of the two really. So that's the before, and that's the after. Not bad. Right, so I've decided to give those arms. Well, I don't know if they're arms or the legs yet. I've got to work that out. But the metal pieces anyway. I've decided to give them a spray of the black metal paint after I've sanded them down. So once that dries off, I think I'll move my attention over to the sink, because the sink is in a bit of a state. It needs a bit of cleaning up. I'm going to crack on with the sieve and see what I can do to clean that up as well. It's coming off, but this is going to take flipping ages. Right, so I spent freaking ages cleaning it out. Now, let's rinse it off and see how good or bad it is. There we go. Finished article. Don't I say it myself, I'm a bit impressed. Had a great day yesterday. Yesterday I managed to get the window in. I've been putting that off for ages, but it is in fact the whole auspices for the design for this build. That piece of glass was so huge, I had to work out how it's going to be fitted, how I'm going to make it work with the space that I've got here, and how it's not going to be too damn bright in the future. So that's why I've got the overhang, that's why it's all centered in the middle, that's why the door's on the side. The whole reason for this build and the whole design of the build has been around that window. So it's great that's done and that's in. So today I'm moving on to some of the internals, and today I'm going to install the sink. Now again, marketplace find from up in the Midlands, great stuff. It's heavy, right? This sink is a chunky monkey. So I've built out the frame of, this is the toilet and this is the back wall of the toilet. Now the frame in there is strengthened so that I can hang this sink from that frame. And the legs that I've got that came with it, I did actually restore them, but these are not quite long enough for the job that I've got in mind. So I'm going to need to measure up and make some new legs for the sink. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to crack on, get the sink measured out, get the locations measured out, get some legs made, and then get this sink hung today. In the framing and behind this wall, I've got a pillar that runs up here, a pillar that runs up here, and there is a cross piece that runs across here. And the idea is that I'm going to hit that cross piece. It's 123, a little bit off there, 123 from the ground. So let's get that marked up correctly, because I'd hate to be out. The water would not run properly if I did that. So we're there, and then there. Same again on the other side. Do another 123. That one is bob on. So that one, so that is where the sink's going to hang. So now all I've got to work out is the drop from the hole to the bottom of the sink. Then I can work out how big I need to make my legs. What I'm going to do is just use this framing timber as the leg stanchion. And then what I might do is run a, what do you call those taps with the threads in them? Can't remember. Anyway, the idea is that this piece will bolt to the wall at the back there, and then in the top of here I'll put a thread so this can go and be bolted onto it. So that'll be doubly strong leg stanchion, and also be higher than the standard ones that came with the sink. Perfect really, because then once I've got that, this will be an ultra solid base for the sink to sit on top of, higher than the standard janitor sink height, more like a regular sink, but a bit more practical because you've got that drainy thing that sits over the top of it. So that's what I'm going to go for. So come on Rich, get measuring. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Sink height to the hole, 44.5. Straight down from the hole, 44.5. 44.5. So those are going to sit at that height, bob on, and then the legs are going to come up underneath that. 78, just under. Super. So I'm going to go to my chop saw in the garage, cut 2 legs at that height, and then we can install the base frame. What we've got is 2 legs, sort of rough them up where they're going to be. Rough them up, set them up roughly where they're going to be. They're going to be roughly like that, and I get the spirit level on there. See how it's looking front to back, left to right. So at the moment that is leaning there. That is absolutely bob on. How's it looking across there? Beautiful. I'm happy with that. I'm on the centre mark, so I am good to go bolt those in place. At the back side of this chipboard, I'll put in place a couple of extra noggins so that when I when I screw through these long old buggers, they're going to go through the chipboard and into the wood at the back. So it should hold it proper strongly. Strongly, is that even a word? Very securely. What do you reckon? With or without? Perhaps let me know what you think. Should I take these off again or should I leave them in place? I don't know. But what I do know that Mrs. B will have an opinion on it. So I think I'm just going to put them in place and then see what their response is. We'll go that way. That's easier. Right sort of height. Tap coming over there, I think that's where it's got to come from, or 2 taps. We've got this bit now, can be used for that. I don't know what that's for, draining scares, put stuff on there. Drip dry overnight and all that malarkey. Perfect. I guess we ought to test some water in there, make sure that it runs out, eh? Super! Very pleased with the way that looks, actually. I've got none of the the drain away in place, and I haven't put the pipe through to run the water feed in here yet, because I don't yet know what Mrs. B is planning with the water. I don't know if she's going to have, she's talking about having a water heater of some kind. So got to kind of work out what that is and how that's going to work. And then we'll build that in at a later date. But for now, that is looking pretty damn awesome. I think it might be beer o'clock. It's Friday after all. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Rich and this is It's Adventure. Now don't forget, if you want to see the end result, and I've got lots more to do on this yet, click on that subscribe button. And if you click the bell, you'll be notified the next time I leave a video. And if you got something out of this video, don't forget, give us a thumbs up. It really helps out the algorithms. So thanks again. My name's Rich. This is It's Adventure. I'll see you again very soon.